The 2022 Formula One season could be a very good rebound year for the Haas team, as they obviously had a very bad 2021 season here, not finishing in the points at all, despite a couple of decent race performances out of Mick Schumacher throughout the season. Haas was not competitive really at all, but fortunately for them, since they didn't work on the 2021 car at all, and they completely focused their efforts on the 2022 car from the beginning of the season. We all knew that. I think Haas was the only car, and only team, I should say, in the field that was not going to do anything with this 2021 car. And to think, and to hope, I should say, that with this time, they've been able to apply with their development, their research. I'm really hoping to see a much faster Haas in the upcoming 2022 Formula One season. And again, I would love to see the Haas not finishing in the last two spots for a majority of the races. And I think that's a problem. Most of us as fans, we don't really want to see any team truly struggle. You want to see all the teams do well. You want to see them competing against one another. That way we can have unpredictable results. We can have unpredictable drivers and constructors standings throughout the season. That, to me, is what makes racing very exciting, when you really can't predict exactly who is going to win any given race and which team is going to be at the top when it comes to the end of the season. So I'm hoping that Haas is really taking advantage of this, and especially with the cash flow that I'm assuming they're getting from Nikita Mazepin, you would have to think that Haas should be in a pretty decent position come the 2022 season to be much better than they've previously been in the last couple of years. I mean, even both drivers are really excited because they knew going into this 2021 season they weren't going to be developing their 2021 car. So I'm pretty sure both Nikita and Mick knew they were going to be at the back of the field often, and there weren't going to be any real points opportunities. But now they have something to really look forward to, because they have presumably been developing, or at least researching, the 2022 car more than the other teams, simply because they haven't had to put any of that time and resources into the VF21. With all that being considered, you would expect that Haas will be in a much better position come Bahrain in March, and I hope I speak for a lot of fans when I say it would be great to see them like they were when they first came into the sport, especially with Roman on the team back then. Haas actually seemed like they could be a pretty reputable team that could actually challenge for points, and they were in the very beginning of the team's introduction into the sport, and then obviously they have gone downhill ever since. I'm hoping 2022 is a complete restart and a refresh for this team, and I would like to see them succeed, not just as an American myself, but just not to see a Formula One team on any caliber be so bad that everybody knows their two drivers are more than likely going to be finishing in the last two spots on the grid. I just don't think anybody really wants to see that. It doesn't make for good racing, and of course it kind of takes a little bit of element out there when you know one team is just not going to finish and be competitive at all compared to the rest of the teams on the grid. So I'm really hoping this 2022 season is an awesome year for Haas in regards to just rebuilding and being back to being a team that won't be joked about, that won't be the meme city of the Formula One community, and can finally start really showing that with the right resources, the right time to develop, and obviously with this new regulation changes, that kind of resets a lot of things for a lot of teams. Hopefully Haas has taken advantage of that, getting ahead of their developments a lot sooner than the other teams, and hopefully we can see that result be shown on track for both Nikita and Mick as we approach the 2022 season here in a couple of months. You guys let me know your thoughts in regards to this in the comment section below, and we shall take it from there. As always, I do appreciate the love and support you guys do show on the channel. If you're new, make sure to subscribe here for weekly Formula One discussion content. And always, if there's anything you would like me to discuss, go ahead and let me know that in the comment section below. I would be more than happy to go ahead and get a video out for you guys, no matter what it is. And you'll also get a shout out for that as well. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have for you guys today, but I will see you all later. Goodbye.